Hi, my name is Jordan Reiser, and today I'd like to tell you about the homelessness problem. I say homelessness and not homeless because there's no homeless problem. There's not a problem with people being homeless. The problem is how people become homeless. That's what I want to talk about today, and how we can clean that up in the city and the streets of Dallas-Fort Worth. Despite efforts to get homeless people off the street, the homeless population keeps increasing. In 2013, the homeless population grew 40% from 2012. In 2014, Dallas' annual homeless population rose a total of 11%. About a third of the people reported being newly homeless, and nearly 25% of the homeless population were counted as children. In Dallas alone, 3,314 homeless people were counted in 2014, 2,927 homeless counted in 2013, 502 homeless youths, including runaway, 65% drop in the number of chronically homeless since 2005, 60% increase in homeless families since 2010, 13% of homeless populations who are veterans, 22% of homeless populations who say they're working right now, and the percent of homeless who are ex-offenders is 24%. Yes, we have lots of homeless people, but we also have lots of homeless shelters. The problem with the homeless shelters, though, is that even though there is a lot of them, and a lot of them have been expanding over the years, not only in numbers but also in size, the population of the homeless people just keeps outgrowing the number of homeless shelters. And with little to nowhere to go, the homeless people tend to look to the community for handouts from churches, from just people standing on the side of the road giving money. And then when the weather is too bad for them to sleep outside or under bridges or anything where they can't find anywhere to block the wind from them, they turn to us people in the community who are more fortunate than them for blankets, clothes, just food, water, anything. How can we solve the problem? One way I could think to help the homeless population is if the government and private investors were to buy up abandoned factories and buildings throughout Dallas, and also homes who have been foreclosed on. The time to help the homeless is now. The housing market is very low, so we could buy houses for the homeless, and we could not necessarily rent them out, but give them to homeless people, a group of 3 or 4 people who are working. That way they can make payments on bills, electricity, water, gas, everything like that, and they'll have a place to stay. And then as far as renting out abandoned buildings, if private investors or the government can buy out abandoned buildings that aren't being sold for many years, we can turn those into larger homeless shelters, provide more places for them. I know in Dallas there's a large building that's been there for 10 years that has not been bought. If we were to buy that, we could offer the homeless a way bigger place to live. And that also offers more jobs in the community. Maybe volunteer, maybe homeless people could volunteer and work there to help out other homeless people. Keep them out of the cold weather or out of the heat, gives them food, cold water, whatever they need, clothes and everything. This will help get homeless people off the street and into houses, and sometimes even offer them job opportunities to get back on their feet. What is being done right now? Though supplying affordable housing is especially important to end chronic homelessness in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it's also crucial to keeping children from becoming homeless, Alliance offices have said. The Alliance plans to add 1,800 units of permanent housing by next year. The housing will provide a variety of services, including access to mental and health professionals. About 43% of the homeless population counted this year said they suffer from mental illnesses. This ranges from anywhere from veterans who have PTSD to kids who have been living on their own from when they were small childs. Maybe they witnessed something that they shouldn't have and they're runaways, or their parents just abandoned them. People could be alcoholics. People could be ex-drug addicts. Richard Nixon said that first we'll find you a home and then we'll worry about the other things. And that's just what I think we should do. And also, www.dallaslife.org is a great organization. It's helping to put homeless back into homes. They're giving them job opportunities, food, meals, clothes, putting them in houses, and just trying to not necessarily clean up the streets, but clean up the people who are on the streets and help them get back to on their feet and healthy and living life. And I would like to thank my audience. This is my mom, my brother, and my girlfriend who's filming. Thank you very much.